Alright guys, what's happening? Sean Ames here from Heart of America FPV, and we had our global qualifier today here in Moberly, Missouri for Heart of America FPV. Had a really great time, and unfortunately we did not have internet connectivity, but I did not want this awesome flying from these guys to go unnoticed. So I decided to put together a little recap video because I was able to record DVR and do all those things today. So right here, this is round number one, heat number one. No one got their best pack on their first pack, so it's good to see that no one was peaking super early today. We had went in. Most people had a couple of practice packs. It did rain early in the morning, so we didn't get started quite as early as we wanted to, but folks were able to come and get some practice packs in and do that. But this is the actual first official pack for these guys. Callie, Fixit, and Varingen. All these pilots had a wonderful day and did some phenomenal flying, and it's neat to see kind of where they started out on the official day. But that is, yeah, that's this run here. And then the second group, let's jump up over there. Now you'll notice in the bottom right, Varingen, that is actually Sippy Cup, who is another pilot from the Missouri S&T school down in Rolla. Sippy Cup and Varingen came up here. They showed up Friday night, helped put up the track. Super grateful for those guys hanging out and doing some drone racing. But Sippy Cup had a drone, and the ESC went nuclear on it. So Varingen had the school's tiny trainers. They have a racing team there at Missouri S&T. It's a great engineering school that a lot of folks go to, but they've got a drone racing team there, and they've got some team tiny trainers for the racing team. And so those two guys were able to keep a single tiny trainer in the air flying the GQ today, and did a great job on a tiny trainer flying this track. This is not the most tiny trainer friendly track, but they did a wonderful job. So that's these guys right here. So Excavator, Sippy Cup, Flat Hat. So these guys were all tearing it up as well, but this is their first official pack of the day. But let's go ahead and take a look at one of the first pilots to get their personal best on this track. And that came for Varingen in round number 5, heat number 1. This was his best run of the day. He did get a better one after his 10th pack, so you can watch Varingen down there on the bottom right hand side of the screen. We can also see what Excavator and Fixit did in this heat. But yeah, Varingen, this is his PB for the day. Like I said, he did have a pack that was better in I think pack number 11 or 12 for him, but unfortunately that pack did not count. But you see Fixit and Excavator, they had a great battle all day. Both right there in the mid-20s on this one. They were both getting down in the low 20s, maybe even the 19s, and putting up some great laps. But yeah, this one was all about Varingen here. Getting his 3 laps. His first lap was a 42 flat. And watching here, like I said, it was a battle of attrition for those two guys. Really putting in the work to make sure that tiny trainer kept flying all day. It was absolutely impressive. So you can see the tiny trainer just doesn't have the overall speed, the raw speed that the 5-inch drones have. You can see he ran into a little bit of trouble here, but got it right, got all the gates in the right order, and kept it together here. Was able to get all 3 laps in. So, you know, as cool as it is to see, you know, some of these super duper fast guys come out here and do this, really drone racing, it's exciting to see what these up and coming pilots are capable of doing. And Varingen, he's actually the team leader for the Missouri S&T group. So he's the one kind of organizing all their events. You can see the wind really kicked up in this heat too, and he was able to keep it together and get his 3 laps in. So super cool. He ended up on the global leaderboard. Let's check and see where he is at. And that 214 puts him in 88th place on the MultiGP global leaderboard. So big props for him, for coming out and getting ranked and to seeing how he stacks up against the other pilots here on the MultiGP global qualifier leaderboard. Now, this next PB, we've actually got 2 PBs on this next clip, and this was Flat Hat and Fixit. Both were able to put up their best heats here in qualifying round number 6. I think this is probably around pack 4 or 5 for them. You can see I was in this heat too. Apparently, I got a little crashy or something. Oh yeah, I crashed lap number 1. Way to go, Sean. But this one is all about our HD0 friends down here on the right side of the screen. It looks like Flat Hat is top right and Fix It is bottom right. And they both ended up putting up their best heats this round, even though Fix It got a little wrong there. He was Mr. Consistency, though. I want to say almost all of his heats, he pulled a 1 minute 7 or 1 minute 8 seconds. So he was right there. And Mr. Flat Hat on this one, this was his first race back after taking a bit of a hiatus with drone racing. This was his first race back in a few years, and he was really pushing, trying to get 3 laps a day. He wasn't able to do it, but he got this heat. You'll end up watching. He got 2 laps and right at 2 minutes. He was right there close to the bubble, about ready to go through and get onto that 3rd lap, but could not quite get it done. But it was exciting seeing him chase after that 3-lap run today. But Fix It here, keeping it smooth, got that HD0 goodness going. And yeah, so if I remember correctly, Fix It ended up getting a 107 and change, and Flat Hat got his 2 laps in 2 minutes. Let's see where that put them on the global leaderboard. Looking for Fix It here, or first Flat Hat. That puts Flat Hat in 98th position on the global leaderboard. And then our buddy Fix It with the 107. That's going to stick him in 64th place, representing KC Multi-Rotor. So this battle here was the east and the west part of our state battling it out, as Flat Hat is from the greater St. Louis area, and Fix It is a staple pilot over there at Kansas City Multi-Rotor. So great flying, guys. Excited to see you guys battle it out as we see Flat Hat here finishing it up, and Fix It coming across on his last lap. There it goes. Great job, guys. Now this next heat we're going to feature here actually has 2 PBs in it. Bernie in the top left and Sippy Cup flying the Varingen Tiny Trainer in the bottom right. Now Sippy Cup rather, on this heat we had the timing system set up for the wrong channel, and so it doesn't get his laps here, but you'll see manually timed it and was able to put in his time. But Bernie in the top left has just 3 smoking laps right out of the gate here. Now, he did have single laps faster than what he was able to pull in this heat, but this was definitely his best 3. Keep watching. This is a ton of fun, but he ended up getting a 42.78 for 3 laps, putting him in 2nd place on the day, just over or just under a second faster than Tiger, who was in 3rd place on the day. And that puts Bernie, let's have a look-see here, in 19th place. And then Sippy Cup able to get his 3 laps in. Sippy Cup put up a 1:54.6, so 1 minute 54 seconds, 0.6. And that places him in 85th place on the MultiGP global leaderboard. So great flying here from Sippy Cup, flying the Missouri S&T drone here on the global qualifier. Go ahead and watch him finish up this heat, as Bernie's battery was expired by that point. He was out there going some kind of fast. But here we go. Sippy Cup once again. He's got a background in RC planes, but very, very new. He said this was his first time flying in real life gates, and out here doing great. I'm giving his buddy Varingen a run for his money on the team drone. So there we go. Mr. Sippy Cup getting it done with the 154.6. Way to go. And then now this next featured heat, this is my PB on the day. This came in qualifying round 11, heat 2. And yeah, overall I was pretty happy with how this went. These weren't like my best laps ever, but you know, on GQ day under pressure, I will take it. In practice, I've definitely gotten down into the low 11s, but here I put up some 13s, 12s, and then a 12.1. I think might have been my fastest lap of the event. Definitely not as clean as I would like to be, But yeah, there was a 13-1, I think, to start, a 12-4 there, and I imagine this is a low 12 again. Let's see what happens.
Shames 12-1.
Yep, there was my best lap. And then I think I yard sell it on this. Let's see. Yep, there you go. Miss the gate. Start getting super crashy. And so it ends up taking my first 3 laps here.
Shames 16-8.
And that puts me in
1 minute left.
first place for the event today. And then on the leaderboard, that puts me in 9th place on the MultiGP global leaderboard with a 37.75. So, yeah, I've done a lot of DQs at this point, and you always want to do better, but I am happy with that, so we will take it. So the little bit of time travel here, this was actually Excavator's best run here. It is just round number 10, so we were just watching round number 11, but this is actually Excavator's 8th pack here. He was able to get his packs in super efficiently today, utilizing our kind of just manual entry. But we're going to jump ahead in this heat because you can see there lap number 1 for Excavator did not go his way. That first lap ended up being a 40-some-odd second lap. But these last 4 laps are the ones we want to watch. This first one doesn't end up counting toward his time. It's like a 22-second lap. Still a great, clean lap. You can see him flying here. But his last 3 of this pack, getting ready to start right now, are going to be his best 3. And, yeah, Scott, also known as Excavator, is a fun pilot for me to watch. Him and our friend Joey, also from KC Multirotor, are 2 pilots that have coined themselves to be on Team AARP. Their term, not mine, but they're always battling it out. And these last 3 laps from Excavator were able to put him ahead of Fix-It today with a 104, whereas Fix-It officially had a 107 on the GQ. But great flying today. Scott is a fun pilot for me to watch here. Excavator, also known as Scott. His first race ever was also my first race ever in Kansas City. I remember meeting him there, and we are trying to figure out what this drone racing thing was all about. And I remember just kind of like posting up next to him and his wife out there at the first race. And it's been really neat to see him improve and become here one of the staples to the community, drone racing community there in Kansas City. So great job to Scott, a.k.a. Excavator here, pulling up the 104, top 3 consecutive. So, way to go. All right, so this next one to watch is our buddy Tiger, also known as Skylar. He is pretty much the only other mid-Missouri pilot there ever was. He's actually moved to St. Louis now, but Skylar, also known as Tiger, a super fast pilot, really kicking butt down there in St. Louis now. He goes to the Kansas City races, travels well. Today he actually brought his dad out. His dad we'll see here in a future heat, but you can see, yeah, Skylar's absolutely tearing up this track. First lap with a 15.4. Callie and Fix-It are also in this heat, but don't put up a PB, I believe, in this one. Although Callie had a pretty nice little lap there, 16.5. That might have been one of her hotter laps of the day, but these guys are going for sure. But all eyes on Tiger here, now with a 15 flat for his third lap. So we're just going to kind of ride along here and continue to watch what Tiger's able to pull up here. Now, if I remember correctly, his last 3 were his best 3. So I think that's what we're starting here now with the 14.8. So Tiger now on to lap number 5. Let's see what this one is. Yep, so a 14.8, a 14.3, and I think this is another low 14. So Tiger continuing to push down into that 14-second range here. I think we're just getting started with Mr. Tiger this season. Yeah, 14.2. So Tiger puts up for the event a 143.45, and that's going to put him on the global leaderboard just behind Bernie at position 20. So congratulations to Skylar, Tiger, FPV on the great run today. Now, Callie in that one, that was not her PB, but it was one of her better runs of the day with a 50.8. So let's see her again here right now. So this was the next round here, and you can watch Callie's first lap here gets off to a really nice start. And gosh, I just can't express how proud I am of how mature and fast her flying's getting. Even here with a bit of a mess up there in the corkscrew, her best 3 laps on this heat are going to be her first 3. Now, I think this is her best lap of the day. Check this out. Super proud of this flying. Yeah, much better on the corkscrew. That 180 was way better. Let's look and see what this time is.
Cali FPV 15.3.
Yeah, pushing down into the low 15s on that lap. Now, the total time ended up being her best on the day, a 15 or a 50 rather, a 50.2. But I think, you know, if we go to more GQ, she's got some more time to pull off of this. Yeah, that was a great run there. Now, if I remember correctly, she ended up having a bit of a crash on maybe this lap or one of the future ones, and that's why we took her first 3. But this was a great heat for Miss Callie. Yep, there was the error.
Cali FPV 18.2.
Yeah, puts up the 18. So anyway, good job, Callie. Way to go. That's Callie put up a 50.2 on the day. It put her in 4th place. And on the global leaderboard, she is currently the highest ranked female pilot in all of drone racing on the MultiGP GQ for now. And she's sitting in 30th place overall on the global leaderboard. So way to freaking go. So our final PB of the day, this was a heat I was in. I ended up, I think, just totally smashing a gate. But my favorite PB of the day is here in the top right. This is Old Pilot, his name, not mine. It's my buddy Rob from the Jefferson City area. This is actually Tiger's dad, who's been coming out to races and flying. And this was so awesome because all day his goal was to get 3 laps and so many heats. He was right on the cusp, going through the last gate with, you know, about a couple seconds too late. But this one, he's able to keep it really smooth and consistent. And you can watch here, he gets all 3 of his laps in. So super fun to watch for sure. And I remember I ended up crashing at some point and unplugging, and I took my goggles off. I was just kind of hanging out watching Old Pilot here fly his heat. But I remember thinking, you know, I think he's going to get the 3 laps, but I didn't want to say anything because I didn't want to jinx it. So anyway, there he is. So with the 55, so to get 3 laps, you got to have the first 2 laps under 2 minutes total. So he was able to do that there. And yeah, check this out. Old Pilot gets his 3 laps in for the first time on the day on his last or second to last pack. So super cool to watch. You can see my run there. Not my best run of the day, but I made the battery pay. But Old Pilot keeping it smooth here. Great run.
"15 seconds left."
Yep, so you can see right here, he's got 15 seconds to get across this line. Man, when that timer starts counting down and you know all you got to do is get through this gate, it can be a lot. But Old Pilot, so he had a 55 and a 54. Now all he's got to do is finish this last lap to be ranked on the global qualifying leaderboard. So, yeah, check this out. Now, yeah, it might look like Old Pilot's just keeping it smooth and going slow, but he's actually no stranger to things that fly, and he's probably got a lot more experience in the air than any of the rest of us. But today, big time shout out to my pal Rob, coming down with his son Tiger to get his 3 laps in and get ranked on the MultiGP leaderboard. So congratulations to Old Pilot. And congratulations to all the pilots. That's going to be a wrap on this video. Hope you guys enjoyed, you know, running down these PB heats. And yeah, I know we had fun. It's a lot. GQs are hard. And I'm looking forward to maybe doing another one now. So we shall see. But thanks for checking this out. We'll catch you next time on Heart of America FPV. Later.